Yesterday, a very freak incident happened as I was getting my grandchildren ready for Sunday school and church. I had bought my youngest grandson a little suit. You know how us Caribbean people, when you go away, you have to bring back home something for everybody and the nanny. And so he was anxious and delighted to put on something new. So as I dressed him, it seemed just a little bit too big. But I thought, well, once I'm finished dressing, I could just do as women do. Out of necessity, we make many inventions. Just get a good little pin and stick it on the side. It would take him to church, and he would look smashing as he likes to look in the mirror and see how he looks. He's not 3 yet, but he already got that Caribbean bite into him. And so I went ahead. He went out, got a toy, and then he came back in. He speaks a little bit of Spanish, so he refers to me not as granny, but as abuela. You'll soon figure out where I'm going with this, I hope. He came in and he said, abuela, and when I looked, the waist was down by his knees, and the poor little fella could hardly walk, and I thought, no, this is way too big for Manny. And so I bent down to try to fix it, and as I did, he lost his balance, and the little iron toy that he had in his hand made a collision with my eye. So I'm not Ray Charles. I'm not trying to be cute this morning. But I did get a pretty nasty knock, which landed me in ER once I arrived last night and left about 11:30. And I was like, God, I trust you, but the timing, not really good. I looked forward with such eager anticipation, John, to be here this morning to celebrate with you and your staff, my team, the students, the entire Cayman Islands. And I was quickly chastised with two things. You have two eyes, and only one was allowed to get hit. So you have one left. So I immediately remembered, in all things give God thanks. Easier said than done, but I did give God thanks, and I did go to church. And then I was also reminded that without a test, you don't have a testimony. So what Satan meant for bad, I could take my pride and my ego and said, oh, la, 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 become part of that ever-increasing cynical group within our various jurisdictions. But I said, no, I will take what happened yesterday to me to speak to you and the listening public this morning with a few words. The goodness of God is fathomless. His mercies endure to all generations. And so I got my daughter to come down with me last night to drive, because the eye that wasn't hit was the eye that I don't see out good unless I have my glasses. But it forced me to see the world in a different perspective in the last 24 hours. It reminded me that where there is no vision, our people will perish. And I'm so grateful for the wonderful privilege of being a formidable part of a government that has a vision, so that you, the children, you, our beloved Cayman Islanders and residents alike, will not have the option to perish. There will be times when we have to rest if we must. But John Gray, we are not going to quit. And so I will be looking like an eagle at the results, because we, past government and this government, have provided you now with practically everything you need to succeed. It's now up to you. Knock it out of the park when the next results come in, so that we can move from being the good school you are to the excellent school. That is what we're looking for, and that is what we're confident that you can do. And then so I sent Kim out this morning hunting after about 3 different places to find me these Ray Charles glasses because my regular glasses couldn't get on. And I thought, oh my goodness, by the time this is finished, Governor, there'll probably be a headline that somebody struck Julianne in the eye, or you know how it goes, and it grows and it grows. So I thought, you know what? That's what I'll do. Yes, I will wear them because I needed to keep the sun out of it. But they that are humble before the Lord, It's those that God will use as a conduit. So John Gray, even though now you have the best high school in the whole world, as far as I'm concerned, certainly in the region and in Cayman, keep yourselves humble. Keep yourselves obedient, because it's the obedient who inherits the good of the land. And if you're a woman and you're here today, you will know how much it's going to take for me to do this. Sometimes, you see, what you see isn't always what obtains.